Now, after years of conflict, Somalia is looking to revive its tourism sector. The country has Africa's longest and least politicized coastline, but decades of war at the hands of clan militias and Al-Qaeda-linked militants, amongst other problems, have battered the country's economy over the years. Somalia's once architecturally beautiful coastal capital lies next to beaches and waters that prompt many visitors to remark on its tourism potential as they fly in. But since the 1991 fall of a military dictator plunged the country into anarchy, its beaches have instead seen militia in battle wagons racing over sand dunes on their way to war. An African Union force has been fighting against Al-Shabaab insurgents and has clawed back control of most of Somalia's main towns and cities since the militants were driven out of Mogadishu from 2010. But it's overstretched and funding is a constant challenge.
The ecotourism, the natural tourism that we have, the areas that the tourists still can go is the beaches. Somalia reach of the longest coastline in Africa facing the Indian Ocean. At the same time, we have where the river and the sea joins in Govt, Kismayo, near to Kismayo. And by Debo also we have waterfalls. We have in Bosaso hot spring. We have caves. We have the white sand.
The government is banking on relatively improved security to lure tourists as part of efforts to rebuild continue. While still in its nascent stages, the tourism sector is being touted as a potential catalyst for significant economic growth and employment in coming years. Well, that prospect received a boost last September when Somalia was admitted as the 157th member of the United Nations World Tourism Organization at the organization's General Assembly meeting in Chengdu, China. The UNWTO helps destinations position themselves in global tourism markets. For over 20 years, the only foreigners visiting Somalia have mainly been diplomats and aid workers. Though still modest, the number of tourists arriving from Europe, Asia and the United States has been on the rise in recent months.
We've been hosting a lot of people from the EU continent and the US and the Asia also. So this week, we also the first ever Singaporean citizen in our country, which gives us another pleasure.
What we are working is that to let the local people understand the value of this industry. Gradually, we are going to take to the national level that Somalia, to announce that it's officially tourism destination. Somalia is ready to welcome the world. Somalia is in a developing stage. Somalia is ready to host, the events and conferences, part of the continent and globally.
Over 150 travel agencies currently operate worldwide, while foreign airlines operate regular flights to the capital, Mogadishu, from Istanbul and Nairobi. And that's our program today. Thank you for watching. I am Bisi Adebayo.